Hello everyone. In this video, I will explain how to number and referencing equations, figures, and tables in LaTeX. This is essential for IEEE papers and conference papers because numbering must be automatic, references must be updated automatically, and you should never type figure numbers, equation numbers, or table numbers manually. In LaTeX, the correct method to do so is we have to add a label to the figure, equation, or a table, and inside the text we have to use /ref command to refer it so that it will automatically number. And if you want to add or remove any equations, figures, and table, then LaTeX will automatically update the numbers sequentially so that it will help us to avoid wrong numbering of table, figure, and equation. So let's start with an example. Let us begin with an example for equation. For example, in our paper, already we have one equation, like that is, it is starts with begin equation and mathematical equation is given. It is labeled. So with this label only, we can able to refer inside the text. How to refer it? The way to refer is like either /ref, or for equation we have a special keyword like /equation ref, eqref. So you see, once the equation is defined, the equation number is automatically generated as 1. Okay, in the text we are not referred like, we are not wrote like as in equation number 1. If you type so, then the number is not automatically generated, right? We have manually wrote. You see here, right? So if I want to add one more equation just before this equation, for example, I am typing another equation here. For example, I want to type some equation /begin equation. Inside that, I'm just going to write a plus b. Then I am a plus b. Then I am about to label this equation. How to label? We have to use label equation colon a plus b, something like a meaningful name. I'm just typed one label, one equation, and assigned a label for that. So if you see, like a plus b is now become equation number 1, whereas the previous equation is now number 2. But if you see in the definition, if we manually wrote the equation number, it is hard, right? It is hard coded, so it will never update. So we have to avoid such these kind of numbering issues like mismatch of numbering. Always we have to go for equation reference, eqref. Then we have to refer based on the labels that is assigned for specific equation. For example, now I have referred this as an eq. Since the label is eq, I have referred as eqref of eq. Now if you recompile, you could see like the equation number is changed as 2, and also you can see like the hyperlink is created. So now if I want to cite this equation anywhere, like this is also we can refer like as in equation /eqref eq colon a plus b, right? Now this equation is also referenced inside your text, right? So this is the way we have to do for equation reference. If for example, if I'm removing this equation, and if I'm remove this citation also, right? Once the paper is compiled, now you see, now the equation 2 becomes equation 1 now, and the citation is also updated automatically. So this is the way we have to use LaTeX for the correct automatic sequence of numbering of equation, as well as the same applies for figure. For example, already we have one figure. The caption is figure 1. figure number is figure 1, caption is enter caption, right? I want to add one more equation, one more figure, like how to upload a figure. Either we can go and search any local figure from your computer. Now that was added as a file in your system. Now we need to add this figure. How to add? Either we can manually use the latex code like begin equation, begin figure. Inside that it will ask you to select the source, right? You see the figures whatever uploaded in the file, it is displaying here. This way we can do. You see now the figure 1 is updated, whereas the previous figure is changed to figure 2, right? If I want to remove the first figure, I can do so. Then the figure 2 now becomes figure 1. You see figure 1. So how to cite the figure inside the text? Since for figure we have a label, using that label we can use /ref and we have to mention the specific figure name. This way we have to name the figure and label it, then we have to cite inside the text. Same applies for the table also. See here, table we have to create and we have to assign one label, then that needs to be referenced inside the text. How to create a new table? Either if you are comfortable with latex code, we can go for create table with each and everything can be defined as columns. Like this one defines 2 columns. If you want to add more column, we can add so. Or there is another option where you can click 3 dots there, either to insert image or a table. If I want to create a table, then even here you can drop if you want any table that will create. Otherwise you can just give the prompt. Based on the prompt it will create the table code for you. Like if I ask 4 rows and 3 columns, then it will create a code for you. You just copy and you can paste, or by using the insert it will insert in your text latex code. You just see the newly created table is added. So these are all the 2 ways we can either manually write the code to generate table, or we can use the options, inbuilt option in the latex code to generate table. Here also we have to label the table and we have to use inside. For example, this is the second one. For this we have to already the label is given. We can replace, like whatever the name you want, you can replace. So based on the citation, based on the positions and labeling, the table number will be automatically arranged as per the citation and its position. Right? These are all the ways we can avoid wrong numbering. Like if you are manually added or removed table, equation or figure in between, like once it is generated, if it was hard coded, then it is very difficult for us to rename everywhere. So always use label and corresponding citation method, like use the /ref method to cite inside the specific content. Okay, thank you.